How would you feel if your husband told you he wasn't in love with you? That after 9 years, he doesn't really know you? So today, we're going to look at what happens when podcast bros get together and need supervision. Welcome back to another episode of Husband in Life. I'm Standish.
And I'm Kelechi.
And together,
we are the Chapikers. Welcome back, guys. Another Tuesday episode. We're so happy to have you here. It's good to see you.
Always.
And it's good to be seen. So today, as you have seen, we are talking about this video. And I know you've seen this video, but just in case you haven't
seen.
Okay. Let's just take a quick look.
We can't get off this subject. I gotta ask you a question. Are you in love with your wife? No, me either. What? I don't believe in that shit anyway. It's it's overrated. No. Listen. Then why? Okay. See.
Y'all need to explain that shit to me.
Okay.
So,
where to start? Where to start, babes?
See, what's happening now? Yeah, these things as men, yeah, these actions are becoming undefendable.
Undefendable. You know, you always try to back them. So that's what I'm asking you. Where do we go from here? What can you give us? What enlightenment can you give us as to why this was said?
Do you love travel and do you love money? Now, we have been able to combine the two things that we love the most, which is travel and money. And here we are living the lifestyle that we've always dreamed about. We are no longer worrying about our annual leave because we are not 9-to-5ers and we're not living paycheck to paycheck. You can monetize travel to help you live the lifestyle that you want, travel the world, and help other people understand how they can travel the world too. We help our clients to book the most amazing holidays, just like this one that we're on at the moment. And we want to help other people also live this lifestyle. So if you're interested, please do send us a message and we will give you all the information that you want. Making travel pay, that's what we do.
These things as men, yeah, these actions are becoming undefendable.
Undefendable. You know, you always try to back them. So that's what I'm asking you. Where do we go from here? What can you give us? What enlightenment can you give us as to why this was said?
I mean, you know, sometimes, you know, this is when they say truth is madder than fiction. Because they sat there, yeah, and thought this is a great idea to show our wives how much they matter to us. Yeah?
Hey, Lord have mercy.
We're going to show them how important they are, how much respect we have for them, how much love we have for them.
Well, they don't have any. They just told us they're not in love with their wives. That's what they said.
This is exactly what I mean.
We're not in love with our wives.
We tolerate them.
Yo, it did feel like that, you know. It felt like it was an arrangement. It was like, oh, I couldn't get anyone else. You'll do.
You do.
Type of.
I need something warm to come home to.
I need somewhere to stay and
but that's
someone to cook my meals. And
that's it.
Wash my clothes. Do my laundry.
It.
Yeah.
Because when you really break it down, I just don't understand what kind of... what are you trying to get from this? What is the purpose of this conversation? Is this bands? Is this serious? Is this shits and giggles? You know how people, man, them are with their bros and how girls are with their locker room bands, they call it. Man, we're just having a chit-chat. Man, just bantering.
In their safe space.
But now they put a camera and show it to the world.
That's the problem. The microphone and the camera. When you decide that you want to tell everybody.
And is it a performative piece? Because you know how people have to turn up with a camera. But then, man, they're very calm. Yeah, they were like proper... Like, yeah, this is a place where we smoke cigars. We chill. We relax. We talk about...
Man, them things.
Not being in love with our wives.
See, I think there is another perspective. Don't get me wrong, I don't agree with what they did, but I think there's another perspective.
Talk to us.
From the perspective of a marriage that is arranged or you have an agreement, then yes, you're more than likely not to be in love with your person.
Because
you haven't established that relationship, because when you got together, you probably were strangers or didn't know much about each other. So there are several marriages where it's a case of, you can bring this to the table, I can bring that to the table, let's have a partnership, let's raise some children, we're good, we're friends, but I'm not in love with you.
And don't embarrass me.
And don't embarrass me in public. That's it, you know. There's quite a few marriages like that where they just have an arrangement and we get on with it and it works. And we look after each other and we have each other's back. But I'm not in love with you. Let's not get it twisted. But to say it out loud is where the problem is. Where to tell the whole world,
like, nah.
I'm with this person, but
not really.
It's not on a deep level.
Nah, she's just there.
And we're cackling and we're laughing about it as well, like it's funny. I pray to God that if they have children, that the children do not see that.
Oh, because that's their mum.
Because that's really going to impact their children, if they have children.
And how they have relationships.
And how they have their own future relationships. If daddy wasn't in love with my mum,
what should I?
Why should I bother, you know?
I don't need love. What?
He said it's a fantasy.
It's a
That's
fantasy.
what he said. And I thought, oh gosh, who hurt you? Did they hug you when you was a baby? Because for me, love is everything.
There is no love. There's no... See, now, this is why we always say the importance of loving yourself, because there's no self-love here. You don't feel the value in yourself to be able to actually give someone else that love. That's literally what this is. This is that case of you want something, but you go about it. The people that need the most love go about it in the most unloving way.
Yes, they do. You know, it's like hurt people, right?
That's what that is.
And that's what they do. Instead of saying, I want to be in love, I want to be with this person, I'm seeking it, they say...
The opposite.
The complete opposite. But I don't know if they want love, because I think he was really like, it's a fantasy. Why are we trying to conform? That kind of thing. It was giving... I'm open to other things.
I want to be poly.
Yeah, it was giving, I'm just, we're just doing whatever we decide to do between the two husbands that were cackling with each other. And I was just like, why is that funny? Why is that funny that you're not in love with your person that you said I do to? Why did you ask her to marry you?
If you wasn't about to marry her.
If you weren't that deep in it. But like I said, it could be an arrangement. Maybe she showed him traits that he really thought, this girl would make a good wife. She's loving, she's caring, she's nurturing, she can cook, all of those things. And then they think, okay, let's just secure this one.
And sometimes what happens is people have had terrible examples of marriage. They come from broken homes. They come from those sort of environments where relationships barely make it. Barely. So when they're in it now and they're thinking, this feels a bit familiar. I remember this growing up. I don't remember ever seeing my mum and dad kiss or say they love each other or they say it was never that. It was just so unresolved trauma manifests in different ways.
Yes.
This could be one of those.
Yes.
It could be. And you don't even think it's trauma. You don't even think it's traumatic when it's happening.
It's just normal because you see it all the time. It's just normal, isn't it? You don't even think about it being abusive or any kind of trauma or anything.
No, the police come around every week. It's calm.
It's calm. This is where we live.
Routine. They're just checking back in to make sure.
This is where we live. This is how we do it. Until you come out of it, then that's when you're like,
oh, no? Oh. That's happening in your house?
I ain't seen a police officer in a long time because I don't live in that area anymore. Literally. So I think if really we're delving into it and looking at it from both perspectives, because you have to see both sides. There's both sides. There's two sides to everything. The fact that he said, no, love is a fantasy and I don't know. He said, I don't know my wife. We've been together 8 years and I still don't know her. I think I understand where he was coming from that statement where, people are always changing. You're not, the person that you met 8 years ago is not the same person that you know now. Things would have changed. Experiences would have changed you. Circumstances would have changed you. Just evolving as a person, you grow up, you learn more about yourself, if that's what you're doing. Some people don't. But most people, they evolve. They learn more about themselves. They change their personality. They start looking at things that they want to do differently. Maybe they learn about a new skill, they get a new job, new money, all the things. So you start evolving as a person. So I get what he was saying about not truly knowing her.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I'm like, 8 years? Sir?
That's a long time.
Someone that you see every day? You should know something about her. You should really know her. Like the way, we've been together a long time.
And the way he dismissed it, it's almost like a very nonchalant about it. Like, there's nothing exciting about it that I really want to know. It wasn't in an inquisitive way, like,
it wasn't like, I'm still trying to figure her out. It's exciting to know. Like,
no,
it was just like, I just don't know her.
I'm very underwhelmed. That's the vibes he was giving. He was like, there's nothing about this that intrigues me or excites me or motivates me to be curious. Because
that part, the curious part. So I think when you can say, I don't know this person, even though you've been married, and you don't get married straight away, you get to know someone before you marry them. So this is longer than 8 years, right? So in all that time, you're telling me you don't know this person. Because certain traits change, but not everything changes. You know, not everything is different.
Yeah, there's a date person in it.
Yes.
There's a date guy or girl that doesn't say.
No.
That's that false advertising.
Yes.
You know? That's inflated numbers.
Inflated numbers.
But there's the core of who the person is
core.
within that. That's why when we were watching is it Maths? When Luke just kept lying. Is it Maths?
Yeah.
It was Maths. And he just kept lying.
Yeah.
Luke, for no reason.
Yeah. How can you know someone if they keep lying?
Over the simplest things.
Yeah.
They don't require a lie. So
you can't know someone if they're compulsively lying like that. And that's probably a good example of how you don't know someone. But I'm sure your wife's not lying to you every day.
No.
Otherwise, why would you be with her? So it's either he doesn't care to find out who she is, or he thinks that because he was saying, I'm still trying to figure out who I am. I'm still working on me.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a case of they're both working on themselves and they're still trying to figure out who they are.
We don't know.
But the statement about love being a fantasy, that worried me a bit. Especially if you have children. How can you not love your children? Somebody tell me.
I think what he was trying to say was that the 1950s aspect of love is a fantasy, where he forgot to kind of break it down to the way the world is today. What he was trying to say was what they show you in the movies.
Right.
That's what he was trying to say. What they show you in the movies,
the love story,
is not real life. What he meant to say was, love and marriage is not always smooth.
Yes.
It's not always silky.
Yes.
That's what he was trying to say. It's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Too much of anything good is bad for you. So you can't have too much. We love chocolate. We love chicken. It's delicious. But too much of it becomes
again
underwhelming. Again, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what he probably meant by the fantasy, but then he just threw it out there and didn't put context.
Elaborate or.
And the man then were like,
yeah. Apart from one was like, you need to explain this to me.
That's because he was trying to understand. Like,
how can you be married and not be in love? Tell me. But
I think he was just trying to give him rope. Hang yourself, have yourself, boy. There you go. Because I know I love my wife when I get home. She's going to be like, what did you say? I said, explain to me. Enlighten me. What is this you speak of? And what is our day?
What is this concept that you're talking about love? No, but it is crazy that the way people could just say these things, just throw it out there. And I want the wives, I hope that the wives are aware of how they feel, and this wasn't the first time that they're finding out that their husbands aren't in love with them. Because you can love someone and not be in love. They're two different things.
Yeah, these guys are saying both.
But then it felt like both to me. It felt like both to me. It was very shocking. I think
it was very much work.
Yes. So I hope that for their sake, so it wasn't the wives finding this out. As we were finding out. I hope that they already knew and they had already come to the conclusion and the agreement that we're not in love.
The agreement.
Yeah, because it has to be an agreement, right? That we're not in love, but we're here, we're doing this, and we're locked in, you know? Locked in for life. You're my buddy.
You're my dog. You're my bro.
You're my bro. You're my man, you know? but we're not in love.
No.
You know, we don't have candlelit dinners and dancing in the moonlight.
No, we don't do that. We don't.
You said that's fantasy, but I've done it, so I know I must be living my fantasy, bro.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. So that's our 2 cents, guys.
Yeah.
Let us know what your 2 cents is, because you know we like to chat about these things. It's all about community. It's about you putting your comments in the comment section.
Yeah.
Make sure you share this with somebody, because they need to know. They need to know what's happening in this world of marriage, this world of relationships. And if you love this episode, make sure you watch the next one. We'll catch you next week. Peace.